Joined by Hofstra head coach Joe Mihalik, DeJour Bowie, and Tariq Coburn. Coach, an opening statement about today's game, please.
Well, a little better feeling today in that locker room because, we did what we had to do. We talked a lot the last few days about attitude and effort, which wasn't quite what it needed to be the other night. And, if anything, we learned a lesson. I mean, this is how it has to be. There's only one way to play the game, and I thought we did that tonight. So, great balance from everybody. Got some help from guys off the bench, which we're going to need. If this team's going to be good, we've got to keep bringing those guys along off the bench and get them to contribute because, it's not, can't do it with just the 5 guys that start. So,
Questions?
Questions? Let's go.
Joe, the other night, only 2 free throws in the second half. Today you go 24 for 31 in the second half at the line. Was that a point of emphasis at halftime to try and attack and get to the line quickly?
Well, I think it was more just playing basketball. Like we talked a little bit about that, like not being robots out there, and you had to take what they gave you, and they were pressuring us, and the play was to go by them and try to score. So we just were attacking the rim a little bit, and we did draw a lot of fouls.
Carl.
Could be a little strong, maybe drastic, but based on last game, Joe, and the players can answer.
Trying to forget last game.
A little bit of sense of urgency to come out and prove a point here?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know if it's a time to say must win, but it was a time to make sure we knew how to play the game, and we did that. So yeah, we had that sense. Every day you should have that sense of urgency, and these guys know that.
Kenny.
Coach, was there one aspect more so than others today that you felt improved most from the last game?
Well, one of our points of emphasis was our transition defense. That team really tries to score quickly, and I thought it was really, really good. We made a couple mistakes, but I thought our transition defense was really good. I don't know what the rebounding numbers were. We out-rebounded by like 2 or something, or 5, I guess it was. But that was another one. So the transition defense and the rebounding was big.
Tariq, 11 points, 11 boards, along with 2 assists. Is it a point of emphasis for you to help the team in as many ways as possible, even when your shot might not be falling?
Yeah, in the beginning I wasn't going offensively, so I had to get it going somehow. Whether it's defense, energy, rebounding, I just got to get my team going. Pretty much.
The way you guys shot after the first game, did you guys make a concerted effort to bring your 3-point volume down and get more towards the basket or shoot better mid-range shots?
When we were talking about the 3-point shots the other night, I remember saying I got to look at the tape, but there were a couple for sure. But these guys can really shoot. And again, I said earlier, you got to take what the game gives you. This game gave us the drive more than the 3-point shot. But the other night, we took maybe I think it was 29. 25 of them were shots. I hope they get every game. If we get 25 threes, like 25 of those the other night, we'll take it because these guys are going to make half of them the way they shoot.
Coach, 6 scorers finished in double figures, first time for you guys since 2016 that's happened. How important is it going to be that everybody on the floor tries to have that same aggressive offensive mindset just throughout the non-conference and conference play?
Yeah, we said going into the year. It's by the way, nobody's asked about Justin yet so far. It's nice not somebody asked about Justin so far, but we said going into the year, it's a type of team that could have a lot of balance. It could have 5 guys that average 15 points or 13 points or what have you. Anybody could be a leading scorer on any given night. So I'm not surprised that we did. I think it could happen again. Hopefully it does. But it's funny. I think you're talking about guys coming off the bench. I'll tell you who didn't get in double figures, but was a big bonus for us, big plus for us was Kevin. We're just going to call him Kevin because I'm just going to say Kevin. He's going to be like Elvis because you only need one name for Kevin. Nobody can say his last name. But Kevin really gave us a boost off the bench.
DeJour 17 points, but also 8 assists, drew 6 fouls. What can you say about the way you attack the basket and do the little things? And Joe, if you could follow up on that, how important it is?
I was just trying to be aggressive and get my teammates going. So I tried to attack the basket, find open shots for my teammates, make their life easier, and I just tried to stay aggressive.
Yeah, this guy's. He's just so important to our team. He's a great leader. When he has the ball in his hands, he makes everybody else better. I know Tariq knows if he's open, DeJour's going to get him the ball, as do the other guys, and he just fills the stat sheet up. He's still falling a little bit short of all those steals he used to get last year, but 17 points, 8 assists. It's that's a pretty good night's work, and against a team that's going to trap and press, as much as they did, I thought we handled that pretty good.
For everybody up there, what can you share about what practice was like the last 2 days after the
I don't know if we can share anything.
Yeah, the PG version of what, what you like, what was your message the last 2 days after that opening night defeat?
Like it was like there's that hate to lose feeling. I mean, it's and I know these guys hate to lose, but it's if you what's the old expression? Show me a good loser, I'll show you a loser. And our guys came out and they really got to work, and they sat in this room, our video room. They sat in here like men and listened to us talk about their mistakes. They owned them. And realized that they could play better. I know you all felt like you could play better, and we did. So.
Joe, the big run in the first half, it seemed like it was really sparked by Silverio. He got the 2 threes and 2 assists. It seemed like everyone fed off of that.
Yeah, he gave us a boost. I mean, there's nothing like seeing that ball go through the net. But he can do that. I mean, he can score. We got to get him to pick it up a little bit the other end, but he can score.
How does the pace of this offense in general just play to your strength? Why are you someone who can thrive in an offense like this?
My coach and my teammates trusted me a lot with the ball, so I just try to get my teammates involved and get great shots, and we run good plays, and they work.
Is the pace something like you've always played at a pace like this even before Hofstra, or is this kind of something new for you to really run up and down as much as you did?
I think I've been playing at this pace for 2 years now, because my freshman year I was a little slower than before, but now they emphasize that I need to push the ball up more and stuff like that, so I got it in the past 2 years, and I've been playing like that for a while now.
Joe, do you think it takes a team some time to find that balance when there isn't that one guy, the one go-to guy, and there are so many different guys who can contribute to the offense?
Yeah, and I think even more in general, we're trying to find out who we are. It's a whole new team. I mean, we have a lot of returners, but it's still a whole new team, and every team's different. And we're just in general, like we're trying to figure out like just what this team is, who we're all about. We think we know, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. And every day we're trying to get better and build towards something good.
For anyone up there, what's your biggest takeaway from this game that you hope carries over into the next one?
Trick's been kind of quiet over here.
Well, we just got to learn from our mistakes the first game. I don't like that feeling, and so now we just got to build on that feeling. So pretty much the second game, the third game, the fourth game, we just got to know that like losing sucks. So we just got to win every game and go hard from the beginning.
Anything more schematically?
Say it again.
Anything more schematically in terms of like the play on the court instead of just like not just how you get the feeling of losing?
Well, rebounding. Well, we definitely have to box out more. Be strong, ball strong, and just a lot of stops on defense. If the shot's not going in, we got to get stops.
Coach, historically, this has just been a great matchup between you and King Rice. What are your just comments, overall thoughts on King Rice and what he brings to this Monmouth program?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's a great competitor. Coaches his brains out. He's one of those guys you like to play against and you don't like to play against because he does it the right way. He gets his kids to play hard. We've had some great games, and like I said a few times through the week, we were lucky to win those other 2 games the last 2 years. And I told him before the game, I'll be rooting. The only time I'm rooting for him this year is tonight. I'll be rooting for him to do well this year. I think they will.
Last question.
Follow up on that, there's some guys on that team who were here last year when obviously they almost beat you at the buzzer. Did you mention to the guys like these guys lost to us twice by 3 points in 2 years?
Yeah, we were lucky to win both. Well, no, we were lucky to win 2 years ago.
Right.
And last year we were lucky that shot didn't go in. We just played through. But yeah, we talked about it. So.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, everybody.